What up, African world? It's Home Team here, and I'm back at it with another video of African history, culture, and worldview. And welcome back to my series, African Myth and Legend 101, where I tell various stories from African myth and legend. Today, we're going to tell the Fulani legend of the hero, Goroba Dike. If you guys watched my video on the Fulani people, you probably already know about him, but I thought he deserved his own video. And as always, if you want to support the home team, you can do so on patreon.com. I have some new rewards for you guys, so be sure to check that out. Also, go to Afrographics.com, a website where you can find unique, illustrative infographics summarizing African history. All links to Patreon, Afrographics, and home team merchandise are in the description box below. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. The hero of several Fulani legends was Goroba Dike, a member of the Ardo royal family. Being a younger son, Goroba Dike had no inheritance. He was so angry because of his lack of status that he left the land of the Ardo and wandered around the lands of the Bambara people in a destructive mood. Out of fear, the Bambara gave Goroba Dike's bard gold and begged him to help them. The bard convinced Goroba Dike to return to his own people who owed him a kingdom. In order to determine the situation in Ardo, Goroba Dike disguised himself as a peasant and went to work for a blacksmith. The smith told him about Kodi Ardo, the daughter of the king. Hamadi Ardo wore a tiny ring on her little finger. She had declared that she would marry only the man whose finger the ring would fit, someone with the delicate bones of a true Fulani. Men came from all over to try to fit the ring on their fingers, but it fit none of them. Goroba Dike, still dressed in rags, was the last to try, and the ring fit. Kodi Ardo protested that she could not marry a ragged, filthy peasant, but her father insisted that she had set the test, and Goroba Dike had passed it. The two were married. Berdama, or Tuaregs, had been stealing the Fulani cattle, so Hamadi Ardo sent his army against them. Mounted on a donkey, Goroba Dike left to join the battle, with his wife jeering at him. During the battle, he transformed himself into a richly dressed warrior on a splendid horse. He agreed to help the king's son-in-law win the battle if each of them gave him one of their ears in payment. After each battle, Goroba Dike changed back into a peasant, riding a donkey. At one point, the Berdama kidnapped Kodi Ardo. Goroba Dike, in his heroic form, rescued his wife but was badly wounded. Not recognizing him as her husband, Kodi Ardo bound up his wound with a part of her dress. That night, Kodi Ardo saw that her husband had been wounded, and she recognized the cloth that covered his wound. When she asked her husband for an explanation, he revealed that he was the son of a king. He displayed the ears he had taken to prove that he was a hero of the battles. In gratitude, King Hamadi Ardo handed over his kingdom to Goroba Dike. Well, I'm all out, guys. If you like these videos and want to help out in its continued production, you can do so on patreon.com. The link is in the description box below. Know thyself. Remember your ancestors. Peace.